I did on Friday. On Fridays, generally, we'll start our day with an intense workout, like kind of our just muscles of the week that we're trying to hit really hard. And this was our arm workout. It was a superset arm workout. We started off with these preacher curls, hamstring preacher curls with the band on it. You notice the band on the bottom of on the plate with the green, which adds resistance towards the top range. Really overloads the muscle at the top range. Just trying to squeeze there as much as possible. And at the very bottom of that range, I actually would flex the tricep to try to really get that maximum extension out of the bicep. And here's the same thing. We're just overly squeezing as hard as possible, trying to get up as high as you can, as long as it doesn't hurt the shoulder joint. I'm trying to go up as much as I can. I hit about 90 degrees before it starts hurting my shoulder. We'll then go into another superset, which is a standard alternating dumbbell curl. But if you notice, the humerus of Tory's arm is just slightly forward by about 10 degrees or so. And that just ensures that there's tension through the entire range. If her humerus was exactly perpendicular to the floor, up and down, there wouldn't be tension at that bottom range. And so that just solves that problem for us. Now here is a modified tricep French press or skull crusher, however you want to call it. And here we're using ropes. This is actually something that I do because my elbow doesn't handle the tricep skull crusher very well. The cool thing about it is that when you get to the top range, using those ropes, I can actually kind of pull my hands outward, and Tory kind of does it here too, where she's rotating her wrist kind of outward and get even better contraction of the tricep. Because the tricep does, it is part of the movement of the tricep is rotation, external rotation, to get it fully contracted. And again, we're just doing biceps as much as possible to get that maximum extension. Here's another way of doing it. We are going into a spider curl here to try to get, we're trying to hit maximum range of motion out of everything, every angle of the muscle. This is a drop set going from 40 to 20. Nothing super impressive in terms of weight, but we're just squeezing really hard. That 40 pounds is going a lot slower than the 20 pounds. At the 20 pounds when I do the drop set, really trying to just get as much blood in the muscle as possible. This is a supersetted into a prone incline dumbbell kickback. It's also a pronated grip, so really squeeze that triceps hard when you're doing that pronated grip without going back and forth into supination and pronation. So I just keep my hands, the tops of my hands facing the ground as a pronated grip, and squeeze really hard as possible. You'll notice if you pronate your hand, you'll get your tricep will be a lot harder. You'll squeeze a lot harder. And so when I'm doing that exercise, I'm just getting more of that extension position. So I'm trying to go through maximum extension, maximum flexion, work the entire muscle from all angles. And here it's another superset. We're just trying to finish off here and just kill the biceps, whatever's left. This is a pronated grip barbell curl, or reverse grip barbell curl, what do you want to call it. And this is really going to work the bicep radiobrachialis, which is kind of the muscle, like on the forearm, if you want to call it that ties into the humerus, in between the bicep and tricep. And it also causes really awesome separation if you can get that muscle to grow a little bit. It's under those two muscles, so it causes great separation if it's bigger. So that's supersetted right into a maximum extension exercise. Again, trying to hit extension as much as possible. Here my arm is perpendicular to the floor and I'm flexing my triceps and just trying to get as far behind me as possible without hurting my shoulder to reach maximum extension of the bicep. All of our reps today are in that 12 rep range or so. I mean, except for the supersets, obviously if you want to count those as each one is a set, we were doing about 8 on the first set and then about 12 or so on the pump set right after it. And then here is what I call an M grip tricep extension. If you notice, the bar itself is in the M position, if you want to call it that. And that little curve there enables Tory to get that little groove around her thighs and get farther into extension than you would if you use the W grip, which is which most people use, is that W grip with the curves facing downward, not facing upward in that M position. So that, we're always trying to reach those little angles, those maximum extension of a tricep, maximum flexion of a tricep. So you have to go through all these different angles to make sure we do that. This again is another superset just to kill it. And now she's over-exaggerating how far she's turning her hands outward here because she's not able to do that with the bar. So we're just trying to tax the muscle as much as possible, going through, using a strength set through a maximum range of motion set and really just trying to hit that flexion to its greatest ability. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy it. We'll post another one soon. Thanks.